for the first workout of the day, swimming. We have undaylight savings. I guess that means when it goes back to standard time, I'm not sure, but it's light now when I'm going swimming, which swimming is, that is one of those events that I talk about for my training where it's good to have the energy. Some of my toughest swims mentally were jumping in San Francisco Bay in the dark. But this is in the pool and in the light, so heading into Master's Swim. All right, so I just got out of swimming, and it's interesting because normally in the past, like when I've taken 5 tries at the English Channel, and I've gone out there a 6th time and never got a chance to swim. But whenever I would swim Masters and they would go to a different stroke, right, like backstroke or breaststroke or especially butterfly, I would either, I would pretty much just swim slow freestyle. That's all I would do. I wouldn't try and do them because I'm not going to do them in the English Channel. I'm just swimming, I'm just freestyle. And so I wouldn't try them. But Mark, he made a good point. It was on, I guess, last Friday's video or whatever, when we talked after swimming. So Mark coaches me. He's done a lot of one-on-one coaching with me. I mean, a lot. He's like, in his age group, he was 2nd in the nation, and like I think he was 2nd and 3rd in the 50 and the 100. I'm not sure which order that was, but the last time he went over there and competed, he's a badass. And he kept telling me, like, you need to do these other strokes, they kind of balance everything out. But I had no urge to try them. But now it's like, I don't know, it's starting to click in my head. Like he said, just by practicing backstroke, I always feel like I'm drowning in backstroke. He says, you know what I mean? You get comfortable in the water. It just gets you more and more comfortable. Every one of those strokes that you can do gets you more and more comfortable. And then I asked him, I mean, maybe this sounds stupid, but I go, yeah, the guys in the Olympics, say you're just strictly freestyle and you're a sprinter, like 100, 50 or 100 guy, and that's all you do. I go, do they practice the other strokes? And he goes, yeah, they do. They all do. He says they're probably like world class at the other strokes, even if they don't do the other stroke. I mean, even if they don't compete in it, they're still like really, really good at those other strokes. And that made me think, like, well, why would a guy, if all he's doing is freestyle and he's swimming the the 50 and the 100, yet he trains with all those other strokes, I go, maybe I should do it. And like I said, I don't even have a swim coming up, but I want to get myself ready. So when I go back and start swimming, that I'm ready to go. I don't want to have to wait like 1.5 years to get in shape to swim. So I'm swimming like twice a week. I want it within a year that I can go after the channel, English Channel again, or whatever I decide to go after. It's not going to be 1.5 years or 2 years. It's going to be a lot faster than that because I'm keeping myself in good shape and keep working on my technique and stuff. And it's interesting. The other thing is that I'm sinewy now. There's a certain weight you get to where everybody notices, right? Well, I'm at that weight because everybody's like, you're looking so sinewy. No, they just say I look skinny. I don't even know if they say I look skinny. They just say you look like you lost weight. I'll take it. But pulling myself through the water, it just feels easier without the extra weight on there. It just feels easier. That's why those pool swimmers are so damn sinewy. That's why Phelps is sinewy. Because you're just pulling less weight through that water, and where in cold water you got the buoyancy because of the salt water, which keeps you up, and then on top of it you need to have that extra chub to keep you warm. So interesting. But I think in this pool, I think I could get a lot faster between the kicking. You know, practicing stretching my hips is helping my kicking, although I have no real fitness at it. So I nicknamed myself a missile when I was doing my kicking because I was getting so fat, relative for me. But now it's like, yeah, we did, I don't know what we did. It was maybe 300 yards of kicking today, and I was only a missile for the first 50. It was like a scud or whatever ones that call that don't blow up. Anyway, it was fun though. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying trying to learn these different strokes. Oh, I got to tell you this. So I was swimming on my back, right, doing the backstroke. We did that. We did 100 yards of this backstroke too, and I really just was concentrating. When Mark said, he said, just, you know, try to relax on the back. You don't keep your feet up by just kicking hard like what I was doing last week. I really am an amateur at all these other strokes, like big time amateur, if you haven't noticed. And so I just try to relax and stay on my back and not, like, you know, get stressed. And I was going really slow, kind of faking swimming with one arm and holding on the lane line with the other so I wouldn't headbutt the person going back the other way. And the coach goes, "Bill, are you okay? I thought you were going to drown out there." I go, "It's only 4 foot. Trust me, I'll live." I go, "I'm working on relaxing." Anyway, eye of the tiger. Okay, so what you were seeing there was the bottom of my sled. It's seen its last days, I believe. It's going to the sled graveyard, which starts in the dumpster on the side of the apartments. I said, "Drop all dead sleds in this dumpster." Yeah, when I was pulling last week, it finally, like, I had a little temporary fix on it with some duct tape, but that sand on the beach, just sand in the bottom of that thing, and it just filled it up with sand last week, and it was kind of tough. So I'm going down to buy me a new sled right now. You good boy for to be. Anyway, one thing I don't think I shared was that with the yoga instructor, I thought was really interesting last night, was that he said that as we get older, but remember, I only get to 30 because I keep telling myself I'm 30, so I'm not getting any older than that. But for anybody who doesn't do that, as they get older, you tend to bend over more. You know, you tend to hunch down a little bit, and your lungs get smaller. You know, you have less room to breathe, and so we hunch over, we breathe shallower. We hunch over more, we breathe even more shallow. And so we tend to get where we have these really shallow breathing patterns that I think aren't the best for energy. I know I know it's really bad for on the mountain. And so that was just, and I was like, I go, that is so true. He's right on with that. You know, that as you get older, you get worse posture, you bend over more, you collapse your lungs more, you can get less air in, which I don't think less air, less oxygen ain't good. For everything I know, we need plenty of oxygen. So stand up straight and get that dang air going down into your lower. If I knew the word of this word last night, but I forgot it. But kind of right around your stomach. You got to get it going down your lower freaking lung. Get it in there. Now it's like he's got me obsessed with it. So I keep thinking, get it in that lower lung. I don't want to be one of those people bent over like looking for change. Sometimes I am. So check out this new sled, man. This is a beauty. It's a beauty. I got it at REI, not at a kid's store. So look at that. I bet you it'd take a while to wear a hole in the bottom of this one. This thing will probably fly. I'll probably set my record out there at the beach. Look at that new and improved version of the sled. I'm like a kid on Christmas. Look at this baby. And what's under the flap? Holes that collect lots of sand when I pull it on the beach. Look at this. I feel like Speed Racer. I'm gonna be like Speed Racer out there. Hey, I'm gonna go out tomorrow. Got a little behind today. Look at that thing. That looks fast. That just looks so fast. Furley, does that look fast? Yeah, that looks fast, huh? There's the Furley gate. Check that out, man. That costs big bucks to get that Furley gate, so he doesn't go down going out and trying that sled if you can't tell. So, but for tonight, I'm just gonna go do a 2 mile, my power walk that keeps adding up, cumulative, and then I'm heading to yoga, get my 3 workouts in. Early, should I turn the heater on? or you still want to get toughened up? You're not afraid of the cold, are you? You know I try and hold out. I don't usually ever turn the heater on, but I got him a short haircut, and he's like, when he's shivering in the house, it kind of like makes me feel sorry for him. I try not to toughen him up that much, so I'm gonna, yeah. You toughen them too much, they rebel. So I'm turning the heater on a little bit so he can get out from under his blankie, in the house at least. So I'm getting ready to head out for my 2 mile power walk. And, one thing I don't really wear when it's raining, this isn't Minnesota, this is California, but if it's in the, 40s or whatever it gets when it rains, or 50s or 30s, that would be snow. It don't snow in California, not very often. But, so in the rain, I don't like raincoats. Even if I'm on a long bike ride or anything, I like wearing a vest. I just like to keep my core warm. And because the raincoats, when you wear the visqueen things, even when they have the holes, I don't know, I've never had one that really aired me out. So what ends up happening is I get just as wet with my sweat as I do with the rain, and that's kind of gross, you know what I mean? And I think it's better to be wet, and I wear this and I'm warm, and if I need to, I'll put some gloves on, but normally just this, and if you're moving, you don't need a lot. If you're moving, you're generating heat. And so I find a vest works best, for me, and just keep the core. You got to keep your core warm. And so a lot of times if your hands are cold or stuff, it's because your core is cold. And so your body sucks the juice out of your hands. I don't know what it sucks out of there, but it moves all the heat into your core, and then your hands and your extremities get cold. So that's why I just focus on the extremity. I just focus on the core, keep that warm. I don't care about the rain. These are, the wicking shirts, so no big deal. But this, I like this type of outfit in this type of rain that we have out here. So this, you'll see me in this, unless it's really, really cold and really, really windy or something like this. But I pretty much could wear this in just about everything around here. So with a pair of gloves. So I just took the temperature up, and it's 50s out there. So this is what I'll wear when it's 50s or higher and raining. And I will add a little bit more gloves, but it's rare for me to have to go long sleeves anything in up here in the winter. Like a long sleeve jacket of any sort. So just the vest and the long sleeve wicking shirt. I had to look around for a while to find the thermostat, the heater for the thermostat for the heater, and I finally found it. And Furley's already looking happier. It's a little warmer in here. It might actually jump out from under his blanket soon. Maybe not. 1 mile in, right around my 15-minute pace, feeling good. So yeah, what I want to address, it's usually you're 1 layer lighter than if you were just standing around. And that gives you incentive to haul ass to get warm. And it's trickier when you're just walking compared to running. But yeah, I'm being at this. Once I get moving, I'm at the right amount of clothing. So And it's good for me to get out in this rain. Once you get wet, the hardest part is getting wet, and once you're wet, you're like, okay, I'm good, I'm wet, man. You're like a kid, you know, going out in the rain. Once you're wet, you're good. Give me more. Somebody's really trying to keep warm. It's the ghost of Furley B. It's the ghost of Furley B. All right. Wow. All right. I got my 2-mile walk in. Freaking feeling good. Second mile. I don't know, man. I noticed when I watch these videos, it's hard to see my watch, but I still like to show it to you. So the second mile was 14:40, 29:48. So bringing it even in the rain. It's good to get out in that rain. That's the first thing I've done in a while in the rain. It's just good. You know, you can see it. It's just kind of a drizzle. I don't know if you can see it under that light over there or not. It's kind of drizzling. Oh, there's my favorite. There's my binge day where I go for my comfort food, Lila's. So tomorrow is a. I still got yoga, but I got a feeling I'm going to be fasting again on Friday. Probably do some comfort food fasting on Thursday. Comfort food on Friday. Maybe the cheese enchiladas at Lila's. All right, heading for yoga. Good thing I was here to pull the covers off Furley's head, man. He was like, would have been thought he was in the dark. Go Furley, show. Furley B, somebody just got a nice walk in the rain. Need to be warmed up. You like the rain? Not so much. Not so much, but I got the heater going. Me and him are gonna split the bill. Usually my bill is like in single digits in the heat for the heat because I never turn it on. But I did give Furley a summer cut, toughen him up in the winter. He's really, really happy about it though. Took me a while to find the thermostat. I really had never turned it on since I lived in this place. But Furley needs it. Do you need it, Furley? I don't know. He looks like he doesn't care. So after a nice cold walk in the rain, power walk, not a leisurely walk, because I can saunter really slow. It was not a saunter. It was a power walk. I drove it under 15 minutes per mile. Anyway, nothing sounds better than candlelit yin yoga again. Doesn't that just sound warm? Candlelit yin yoga. It sounds warm. My heart feels warm right now, heading that direction. I love it. I'll bet. And today I'd take it a little bit hot. I wouldn't mind a little bit hotter than maybe normal. Candlelit yin yoga. Here I come. All right. Just got home from yin yoga. Starting to wake up just in time to go to bed. All right, so 1,795 calories. If you look at my strategy, because the things I go to towards the end when I'm like, you know, feeling hungry and I'm running out of calories, protein shake, those little freaking tofu dogs are, you know, they're only 50 calories, and you know, you eat 2 or 3 of those, and then I had a little Starbucks Light, which I normally don't even do that, but I did that because it was right before yoga, before yin yoga. So, but yeah, the tofu, when it comes towards the end of the day, tofu dogs and protein shakes are what I'm filling in to make it, without starving to death as I go into the evening. And I got a weird feeling I'm gonna have a fast day tomorrow. Well, what would be so weird about it? I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. This would be weird if I had another fast day. That's over here. Remember, I moved that one up because I had a date. You got to eat when you have a date. It goes over bad if you don't. So anyway, yeah, so the big X today. And we'll see, but I was off by, I got to hit 192 today when I weighed in this morning. I was 198. Skinny, by my rules, skinny under 200 pounds, but not skinny for this. A lot of water weight, because even right over here, I was like 194, maybe not 196 right here, and then I just like gained 2 pounds, and it's just water weight. It'll all, if it don't come off tomorrow, I'll be running with my 3 layers on Friday morning to hit my binge day. Anyway, eye of the tiger. Have a great night, everyone.